Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, dear friends and colleagues of the Goethe Institute. I'm really happy to welcome you here to the so-called Philip Brady Lecture. It's called Brady Lecture because it's in commemoration of Philip Brady, who was a Germanist, but also a fan, a lover of German culture, and he was very passionate about it. I would like to introduce our important representative of the British cultural and intellectual scene, Brendan Sims. He will talk about Germany in the age of schisms. Everybody's waiting to hear what Brendan Sims has to say about the future of Britain and relation to Germany, and I suppose the EU as well. And if I understood you well, Brendan, you will argue that the situation of Brexit is not totally a new one.
As the European crisis deepens, politicians, commentators, and academics have reached for historical analogies to explain the present turbulence.
I found it interesting, the analogy with the English church and looking at that through the centuries.
I would like to advance another, which has frequently been suggested, but never, I think, systematically explored. That between Brexit and the Reformation.
And of course, Brexit is not just a matter of economics or history or your politics. It's about how you feel. It's about the heart and not the head.
Now, in England, the Reformation began not as a doctrinal dispute over theological truth, which developed into a political contest, but the other way around. It originated, as is well known, as a challenge by Henry VIII against the authority of the Church.
Which is so refreshing, because so much of the current Brexit debate is about what happened in the last few years or what might happen in the next few years.
This escalated into a broader assertion of English sovereignty, most strikingly expressed in Parliament's Act of Appeals in 1533, which laid down, quote, that this realm of England is an empire. In other words, England was a legal and political system unto itself, not subject to outside control or interference.
We all talk about Brexit. It's the one thing that's divided, I used to say, divided the UK more than any other topic ever. Well, no, not more than any other topic ever, because actually the Reformation divided the UK more.
But I share the sentiment that it's sort of a very destabilizing factor, and it's sort of impacting us all negatively. So hopefully we can find some good solution for the future and some way of collaboration.